Illinois fans, I present to you the voices of Illinois basketball. That would be Sleepers Media. We're feeling ourselves right now because the Illini basketball Twitter account pulled some audio of the two of us for their hype reel from the win over Florida Atlantic, which is my personal favorite video I've ever seen now. Go ahead and go to Illini MBB and check that one out. But, Card, I guess we're some everyday guys. That's what the streets are saying.
Hey, everyday podcasters, blue collar podcasters, whatever you want to say. Shout out to the Illini media team. Outside of our voices being on it, that video is just actually fire. Just great content in general. A little insight into my life back in third grade when we, dressed up as what you want to be when you grow up. I came as Morgan Freeman because I saw the Walking Penguins movie and I wanted to be a narrator. And now I've reached that goal.
So much about you makes sense now that I know that. So thank you for that. I'm just gonna run with that. I'm the voice of the Illini until further notice, and it's good because I'm formally on the bandwagon officially now of this team, which is also good. They had a great performance against Florida Atlantic. Now they have their toughest test of the season. They're going on the road to Knoxville to face a Tennessee team who I also love, who is also orange. This will be a true test of Illinois. It will also be a true test of my bandwagon abilities as the voice of the Illini. Carter, your thoughts?
So this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually Illinois' first true road test of the season.
No, they went to the rack and won a week ago.
They did go to the rack and win a week.
By a lot. Also,
sorry, I really throw Rutgers kind of in a bad place, and that's not even like a true road win to me at this point because of how bad Rutgers is. I'm sorry, it's not. If they want to rename it the Rack, I'll give it the Rack respect, but they lost the privilege when they renamed it Jersey Mike's. Anyways, they won a true road game. I'm sorry about that. I made that mistake. But winning at Tennessee is going to be extremely tough. Like that is Tennessee, despite the setback they had at North Carolina. They lost a couple games in Maui. Dalton Connect probably is not going to be full go 100%. He'll probably be like 80-something% with his high ankle sprain, so he'll be bothered by that. But this is still a really good team, and they're definitely going to be a really good team at home, and they're really going to challenge Illinois. I think that Illinois does match up pretty well with them as far as just going like position by position, matchup by matchup. But I think they might have to win this game in a different way. And I'm interested to get your thoughts on this because to me, I don't see like Damas is going to be guarded by a guy that's shorter, like on Florida Atlantic. Damas can go off. Or I don't see like, they don't really have rim protection. They can just go to the rim at will. I think Adu is a pretty solid rim protector and they play pretty good defense. So what maybe does this Illinois team look like when they're kind of in the half court and they gotta, run sets and do things offensively to get buckets? I'm interested to see how they can kind of play a different way. What do you kind of think about that?
I think I'm scared because I think this has to just be a Terrence Shannon game, and I don't mean that as disrespect to the 33-point monster, the magician that is Marcus Damask. I know there's a lot of guys playing with a lot of confidence right now that are really good, but make no mistake about it. Tennessee is either the best defense in the country or right there. KenPom has them as the second best defense in the country right now. The only reason they fell all the way to 2 was because North Carolina hung 100 on them in Chapel Hill. Like any other team gets 100 hung on them, they are not the second best defense in the country anymore. But Tennessee is because they are that good. Now, the question would be like, what did North Carolina do really well in that game? And, well, one, they shot the piss out of the ball. They were 12 for 28 from 3, but a lot of those misses came late. They were shooting 50% from 3 for much of that game. They got to the free throw line a ton, 38 times. North Carolina got to the free throw line. They hit 32 of their 38 free throws. Now, Illinois is not that good from the line, but they can certainly get there. And I think Terrence Shannon's going to have to be the guy that does that. There is not really a guy you can exploit defensively on Tennessee except for Dalton Connect.
What are we doing here? Hold on a second. We completely forgot. I take this back. Dalton Connect at 100% couldn't guard anybody.
Right.
If Dalton Connect is hindered, whoever Dalton Connect is checking, that's how you get to him. that was part of the reason why North Carolina did a really good job of scoring the ball, because they were doing like digs on Armando Bacot or doubling off ball screens, and they moved the ball extremely quickly around the wing. And Dalton Connect just doesn't. He's not as, no pun intended, connected defensively as the other defenders on the team, and he simply just can't check. So that's
But
something to exploit.
But Connect has size, and you can just stick him on any of the interchangeable wings that are the worst player on Illinois at that time. Which, don't get me wrong, there are not a lot of bad players on Illinois. There probably aren't one bad player on Illinois. But like if Quincy Guerrier is just going to sit in the corner, Dalton Connect can stand there and get a hand up. Like that's like the way Guerrier would have to beat him one-on-one is going to be like back cuts, which could happen. We've seen Guerrier have some poster slams, but like I think Rick Barnes is smart enough to just identify the weakest offensive option on the floor and hide Connect. You could convince me that you could put Connect on Ty Rodgers. I don't think he'll do that because I think Rick Barnes will think he can exploit Ty Rodgers and try to put one of the pressury guards and try to force some turnovers from Ty. But to me, like if you wanted to take the route of where could we stick Dalton and not get beat, it could definitely be Ty Rodgers, and you're not worried about that. So I think there's a couple ways they can high connect that I'm not worried about from the Tennessee perspective in this game. The bigger thing I'm curious about is if they try and turn Ty over a bunch, what's the counter to this? Is Brad just going to live with that? Is he going to have the power forwards bring the ball up court? Is it going to need to be Terrence Shannon going 1-on-5 for 40 minutes? Because that's a really tough task in a road environment like Tennessee.
It is, but Greg, I think you just gave me an opportunity to say exactly who I want to say. And I think you know who I'm going to say, who should maybe get an opportunity to take the ball up if Ty is not doing so well.
You're not going to say Dane.
No, I'm not going to say Dane, but that is a good option.
I thought you were going to come in and say it's a Dane game. He needs the ball.
I'm just saying, if needed, there's no way that Jonas Adu can do zigzag drill with Dane if he brings it up. But that's not who I was going to go with. I was going to go with my vet, Justin Harmon.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Harmon, I'm telling you, Brad's starting to trust him more, too. His minutes are going up. He puts him in a really big game in Florida Atlantic. He plays 22 minutes of really good basketball, pours in 10 points, takes care of the basketball, does things defensively. I'm telling, like, him having that in the back pocket, in the tool chest, or whatever phrase we like to use, I think it's very, very beneficial to the Illini. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him deployed in this game.
I wouldn't either, just because I wouldn't be surprised to see any Illinois player deployed at any moment right now. Like,
you wouldn't be surprised that DGL got 20 minutes?
You know what, man? I think there's going to be a random game soon that DGL is just like unleashed and he has 26 points in 30 minutes and everybody's like, whoa, what the hell just happened? Like, I don't think that's out of the question. Would I be surprised if it happens against Tennessee? Yes. But also, like, game script wise, isn't there a chance that some of Illinois starters like get off to a cold start and Brad's like, you know what? Put the kid in, see what he can do. And he just go out and feasts on Vescovy and Ziegler for 20 minutes.
It's like that movie. He just like takes like that long ass look down his bench, and there's that one kid's like tapping his feet. He's like, get in there, kid. And DGL's like, oh, me? Like, taking off his warm up.
It could happen, man. I really think it could. So just a couple like by the numbers things from me for this game. Illinois is a really good offensive rebounding team. Tennessee is really good at limiting offensive rebounds. So I'm curious to see like who wins that in a head-to-head battle of like strengths right there. Also, Tennessee like never turns the ball over offensively. Illinois never turns teams over. So at bare minimum, we should feel confident Tennessee is going to like win the possession battle here, which I do feel like will matter. So I don't know does Illinois really have a good shot at winning this game? I would have said before the FAU game, this is a schedule loss. You just had an emotional one at MSG. Now you're on the road to a pissed off Tennessee team that has now lost 3 straight games against top 15 KenPom opponents that needs to get right.
Yeah, this is a very okay spot for Illinois to lose this basketball game. I know we don't like to do the whole like moral victory, like it's okay or whatever like that, but at the same time you need to realize games like this are going to be extremely tough to win, coming off of what they did, and also Tennessee coming off what they've done. It's going to be extremely tough for them to win this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they lost this game. And honestly, that's why I'm actually picking Tennessee to win this game. I love my Illini, I do, but I just think that it's a very tough spot for them. I think that Tennessee does some things as well that will give them trouble, and they can't win every game. So I think that Tennessee actually does win this basketball game. But also, if Illinois does win this basketball game, we need to have a whole nother conversation. Tier 2 can go away. I don't want to hear about tier 2. I don't want to hear about contender tier 2 anymore. Like, I know people think we're going to be trying to get like the clicks and stuff like that. But if they actually do this, like they go to MSG, they beat FAU, they go on the road and they beat they go on the road and they beat Tennessee. They beat Kansas, one of the best teams in exhibition. Like, we need to really seriously start having conversations about this Illinois team, like as a contender type situation. And I don't think we're having those conversations yet. But like I said, that's if they win this Tennessee game.
Well, we are having the conversations over on the Sleepers Media YouTube channel, where we just had a whole video today about, is Illinois going to contend for the Big Ten title with Purdue, yes or no? So we are having the conversation. A lot of other people aren't having the conversation. In fact, I had a lot of people tag me in the Field of 68's recap from last night, where not a lot of love shown the Illini's way. Just a lot of, yeah, this is what happened last year. It was Matthew Meyer all over again. I don't agree with that. I'm not going to hold my Field of 68 people accountable for that, but just know, Illini Nation, I don't necessarily agree with that. You're telling me that this game at Tennessee for Illinois is essentially a nothing to lose game? Is that what you're telling me, Cart?
Yeah, I am telling you that. I think
like they can go into this game, and if they lose, Tennessee's really good. It's on the road. Who cares, right? Nobody's worried about Illinois if they lose this game.
depending on how they lose, they get ran out the gym, then we maybe have to have a conversation.
But on paper, nothing to lose, right?
Yes.
I love Brad Underwood teams when there's nothing to lose. I absolutely love this Illinois program when there's nothing to lose. And look, as the voice of the Illini, I feel obligated to do what I'm about to do. But this is coming from a place of truth. This is not coming from a place of bullshit. Here are things I believe. I believe that Illinois does currently play like a team who has nothing to lose. I believe that Tennessee plays like a team that gets real tight in close games against teams that are built like they are. What happened for Tennessee down the stretch of the Purdue game? They wilted. What happened for Tennessee down the stretch of the Kansas game? They wilted. What happened for Tennessee down the stretch of the North Carolina game? They wilted. It happened over and over and over again. Now, Tennessee has Dalton Knecht, who is an absolute superstar. Terrence Shannon's a better player than Dalton Knecht. Terrence Shannon is going to have a one-on-one matchup with a guy in Dalton Knecht who he's going to take personal. And the Terrence Shannon that I just saw against Florida Atlantic, who had another superstar, his size, same position, in Elijah Martin. What happened in that matchup card? Terrence Shannon ate him for lunch. It happened the entire game. And it was the Marcus Damas game. But no, Terrence Shannon made Elijah Martin look like the injured Elijah Martin, not the healthy Elijah Martin. So after this game, I think we're going to hear a whole lot of, Dalton Knecht's not himself. You know why? Because Terrence Shannon is going to go in and take that kid's meat. He's going to destroy him. Give me Illinois.
Yo. That was wild. But also, this meme will be fired up. I already got Elijah Martin right down at that door. They win this game, I'm putting Dalton Knecht right at this door. I don't know what small forward is going to be next. And the Grim Reaper right there, I'm going to get that. That's in his left hand too, because that's Terrence Shannon, damn it. This meme will come to life. And we will be talking about, okay, actually, don't want to go off on a crazy tangent. If they win this game and Terrence Shannon has another crazy performance like he had today, aren't we talking like Terrence Shannon National Player of the Year front runner?
Not until they beat Purdue.
I would love to get to the situation where it's like the winner of this game, it flips to like that guy is the front runner for National Player of the Year.
Is he going to take his meat though?
I'm brushing past that, and I'm sick you brought that back
I
up.
just want to see what the most controversial thing that I can say that can get clipped on the Illini basketball account
If I
is.
open
That's
up an
all I'm trying to
Illini
do.
video after they win, and I see the first things I hear is, "Yeah, he took his meat," I'm gonna lose it.
It's a slow motion video of Terrence Shannon just like stealing Dalton Connect and going full court to court for a dunk, and all you hear is my voice in the background. I mean, he is going to take his meat. I'm sorry, man. I just think this is so funny. I am picking Illini to win this game.
Wow,
You are picking Tennessee to win this game.
I
Should we
am.
put a little sleepers wager on this? Just a quick little one.
I mean, yeah, I'll be so happy if Illinois wins. So, what do you want the wager to be?
Well, I want to see you Saturday. So I would like let's just do like a happy little vibe. I would like you have to chug a beer the moment you get to my house if Illinois beats Tennessee.
Okay, deal.
Okay. All right, go Illinois. I want to see that happen. We will be back with a bunch of other recaps and previews for the weekend. There's a lot of really good college basketball games on Saturday and Sunday. We have previews for all of them, either up on the channel or coming. So go take a look at Sleepers Media is where you can find us. We're also going to be in the Bleacher Report app. The BR app has us at 11 a.m. Eastern on Thursday, at 12 noon on Friday. We've got a couple interesting topics for you there. On Friday, we're going to be talking about who's a real blue blood in college basketball. And I might try to work my way into inserting Illinois into that conversation. We'll see how it goes.